Imagine that all of Central Indiana is represented as a group of 100 people. What would our community look like right now? We would see a diverse and rapidly growing community. Right now, in our community of 100 people, 49 are male and 51 are female. In our community of 100 people, 4 of the 28 children under the age of 18 live in poverty. 1 of the 8 children aged 0 to 5 is a newborn. 2 of these children live in poverty. 11 adults are 65 or older, 1 of which is older than 85. In our community, 15 people are Black, 82 are white, 2 are Asian or Pacific Islanders, and 1 is of some other race. At least 5 were born outside of the United States. In our community of 100 people, 4 live in Boone County, 16 live in Hamilton, 4 live in Hancock, 8 live in Hendricks, 9 live in Johnson, 54 live in Marion, 4 live in Morgan, and 2 live in Shelby County. Right now, 11 people live at or below the poverty level. Another 22 live in households that are not financially self-sufficient. In our community, 1 is a public school student in the 9th grade. If that student is a girl, she has a 73% chance of graduating in 4 years. If a boy, 67%. 10 people in our community have no health insurance. 1 person is a newborn. If the baby is white, she has a 180 to 1 chance of living to age 1. If she is Black, her chances are 60 to 1. 7 children live in single-parent households, 1/3 of them in poverty. Another is a child being raised by a grandparent. This is just a snapshot of our community, based on findings of United Way of Central Indiana's 2008 Community Assessment. United Way's Community Assessment offers us an opportunity to take a realistic look at the Central Indiana community and covers a range of issues that matter most. It gives us the opportunity to see where we fall short and change it. It gives us the opportunity to build a better, stronger, more inclusive community for future generations. This assessment shows us where we need to focus our resources and efforts. The time is now to address the challenges we face in our economy. Right now, in our community of 100 people, 13 adults are under or unemployed. The time is now to look at how we can improve our economy. Imagine what our community would look like if we could offer more workforce development programs to provide training for higher skilled jobs. The time is now to address the challenges we face in our education. In our community, almost 3 of the 11 school-age children in the 3rd through 10th grades read below the appropriate grade level. The time is now to look at how we can improve the education our children receive. Imagine what our community would look like if we could create more alternative schools to help students who failed in traditional settings. The time is now to address the challenges we face in our health. In our community of 100 people, 4 of the 11 older adults have a disability. The time is now to look at how we can improve the health of everyone in our community. Imagine what our community would look like if we could shift away from institutional care toward home and community-based care for older adults and people with disabilities. 6 adults, teens, and adolescents are suffering from addiction to alcohol or drugs. Imagine what our community would look like if we could recognize addictions as a chronic condition like diabetes or asthma and respond accordingly. The time is now to address the challenges we face in our overall quality of life. Right now, 11 people have incomes below poverty. At least 3 of them moved in the last year. The time is now to look at how we can improve the quality of life for everyone in our community. Imagine what our community would look like if we could create more affordable, quality rental housing. The 2008 Community Assessment is an invaluable tool that we can all use to improve the community we live in. At the UWCI website, you'll find the entire community assessment, and you'll find an in-depth look at the issues truly important to our community. With the information and insight this assessment contains, we will now have a deeper understanding of our community. And with that understanding comes opportunity to make our Central Indiana community a better place for all of us to live. The time is now to take what we have learned and start exploring new solutions to the challenges that we face. To leverage the assets we have in Central Indiana and to work together to build a community that we will be proud to pass on to future generations. To lay the groundwork so that 3, 5, or 10 years from now, when we complete another assessment, if we imagine that we are a community of 100 people, all 100 will say that life is better now than it was a few years ago. The time is now.